Starting Tuesday, I have a thing I'm gonna do. Meat is back on the menu, boys. Available in their native resolution on the Future Game Show YouTube channel after the show. I'm on... I don't know, why wasn't I on 1080p? Come on. Come on, Twitch!
Please welcome your hosts, Laura Bailey and Matt Mercer.
Yeah, that's right, Matt Mercer and Laura Bailey. Hi.
Show's Summer Showcase. My name is Laura Bailey, though you probably know me best as Abby Anderson in The Last of Us Part 2, or as one of the cast members from Critical Role.
Indeed. And I'm Matt Mercer, the man behind many video game chaos merchants, such as Like a Dragon's Mad Dog Majima and Ganondorf from Tears of the Kingdom. But if it's a Thursday night, I also moonlight as Critical Role's debonair dungeon master, where Laura tries her best to test the very limits of my abilities and sanity.
And you love it. But we're here today joining forces for a very...
I haven't watched Critical Role in forever. Is it still worth watching?
Lots of them.
Indeed. And like a whole bunch of world premieres, deep dives, and developer presentations, it's frankly an irresponsible amount of video game news that will be beamed directly into your brains for the next 90 minutes. So buckle
90 minutes, hour and a half. I was right. I was right. Hour and a half.
Just keep in mind that if you want to wish list any of the cool games in today's show, then you can head to the dedicated Future Game Show's Steam page.
Indeed. And once the show's
Yep,
over,
which
there's
is
plenty of
was
follow-up content on
pinned
GamesRadar.com
in the chat.
and the Future Game Show YouTube channel.
Well, I think that's all of the housekeeping out of the way. So let's kick things off with our very first world premiere.
World premiere. Oh, yeah. I think when you pin it, you have to like specify that there is no time for it.
Pull up now.
Unpin after manually unpinned it or end of stream. There we go. Do that.
Taki. We're gonna find out about your Kopang right quick, okay?
Just want to do him justice. Stuck his neck out for us. Least we can do is get him out alive. We've got big enough guns to make justice, all right?
What sci-fi game is this?
For a man with a hammer, just about everything looks like a nail.
In for show. Time to say, oh yeah, with our hammer.
Missile range in 1 minute.
Brace yourselves. We're going for a spin.
Okay. Okay.
Zafar, did you get a signal?
After the large haul down this corridor, they shut down this part of the facility. Long time before our arrival. Fine. Let's deal with those guys first.
In Yolota. They never look up. Zafar, you were right. They shut down this.
Wait! Hold on, I'm coming! I'll cover you.
This is pretty cool.
The bird up high shall be thine eye. What the hell happened here? Hey, buddy.
Hey, it's The Expanse. The show, right? I'm not just...
Still breathing.
That actually looks pretty sick, to be honest.
What a way to start the show! The Expanse Osiris Reborn is an action RPG crafted in Unreal
Action
Engine 5, where you can immerse yourself
RPG.
in the
Hello.
universe of the beloved TV series. Make sure it's on your wish lists.
Sounds pretty awesome. And we're treating you to another world premiere right now and swapping sci-fi for fantasy in the process. So let's take a
Oh.
look.
I used to swear by my father's oath. To protect the wards is to protect our people. And if it claims our lives, what's one life lost for the sake of the many?
And now,
That's very fantasy as fuck.
what do you swear by today?
The only one that matters is my brother. And I will kill the people who took him from me.
Okay, you got force powers. You're gonna suck his life. I'm gonna suck that man off. Oh, we got Skelly Mans. Very fantasy, very epic fantasy.
Excellence must be purged.
A frickin' dragon. No, I don't think so.
Your father was right about one thing. The wards are breaking. And should we fail, it may spell another end.
Echoes of the End. Coming this summer. Seems like a very interesting power system. I want to be able to just fling people off of cliffs. Let me do that! I want to just fling them off the cliff!
Later this year.
But the fun doesn't stop there. Here's another world premiere.
It's important to note that this is your very first look at the game, but from what I can tell, there's evil residing in these woods.
3 world premieres in a row? Oh my sweet Lucifer. Well, I saw one already, okay. Hi, Chase, by the way. Well, thank you for the head pats. There's a horror game. Looking pretty spooky. Favorite of forest with no memory. With no map and just a flashlight to light your steps. With the feeling you are always watched. The whispers are all around you. Try to remember. And find your way home. It's not Silent Hill. Whispers in the Fog. They already have, it's probably a Silent Hill-like, but they already have a Silent Hill. The Silent Hill F, it's the Japanese game coming out. It's already been announced.
An isolated cabin in the woods. What could possibly go wrong? That was your first look at Whispers in the Fog.
It's a psychological horror game from a supremely talented solo developer. Be sure to give it a wish list if you like what you see.
Solo developer? What? Okay.
RPG based on the beloved anime, The Seven Deadly Sins. Let's check it out.
Beloved? Maybe the first couple of seasons are beloved. Yeah, that was a solo dev. There's another solo dev game out there that I want to show off after this. I can't remember the name of it, but... Hey, this is... Looks kind of like... Kind of like Dragon Quest. The 7 Deadly Genshin. Like Dragon Quest like 12 or 11 or whatever the most recent one is. This is a new trailer for a game we saw yesterday, yes. Yeah, there's no, it's not on mobile, so I don't think it's a gotcha.
7 Deadly Sins Origin, coming soon to PC.
Omega Spade Andrew, thank you for the follow. Welcome to my stream.
7origin.netmarble.com.
Okay, it's time to learn about what's coming in season 7 of.
I desire a lot, Omega.
Let's take a look.
I desire a lot. Finals.
The pressure's peaking. Every second counts, and these plays are next level.
This is what the finals is all about. Split-second decisions, teamwork under fire, and victory carved in chaos.
Love it, but sometimes the best strategy is to just hit your opponent really, really hard.
A minigun? How's it? Is the minigun new? Also, that one character skin looks like, hey, we saw you guys. Yeah, it's like we saw that marathon was getting popular, and we did our own marathon.
And whether you're a seasoned veteran or a new contestant entering the arena, if you're tuning in on the FGS Twitch channel, you can earn a Twitch drop of this Kablamo grenade skin.
Yes, anybody who watches this very show for 15 consecutive minutes on the FGS Twitch channel will earn the skin. So, if you've been with us from the very start, or you're just joining us, wherever you've been, then just stick around.
And not that you need any more reasons, but...
Cool, a grenade skin.
A shepherd simulator with a whole lot of soul. Let's find out when you can get your hands on it.
Oh yeah. This game. Very cozy herd game. Big soft. Big soft. None of them are allowed to perish. You'll cry. Hurdling.
Hurdling launches later this year, but you can try guiding those adorable calicorns right now by downloading the demo, which is out now on Steam. What's next, Laura?
Sleep Awake, which is anything but cute. It's a first-person psychedelic thriller that explores the realm between...
Another psychedelic thriller.
This game is helmed by Corey Davis of Spec Ops, The Line, and Robin Fink of Nine Inch Nails.
Oh, let's take a closer look.
9 Inch Nails. When's the last time they've done anything?
I cannot sleep. I cannot sleep. I must not sleep.
Okay, this is trippy as fuck already. I'm down. Oh, 1999. Okay. Blumhouse. Yeah, that's right. That's right. There's another Blumhouse publish.
This way.
Very fucking trippy, though.
You're not ignoring me now, dear, are you?
But of course, it's Spec Ops: The Line, so if it's going to be trippy.
Resisting the inevitable comes at a cost.
Must not sleep.
Give me your idea.
Sleep awake.
Sleep
That's
Awake is coming soon.
proper
so
kind
grab
of
your wish
psychedelic.
We've got a developer presentation for Eric Solm, The Stolen Dream, up next. It's a cinematic isometric stealth game set in the year 1900.
Oh, isn't that the year you were born?
I am a few months younger than you, Laura.
I don't think so. No.
I must find her
He's all I've got.
before he does.
Eric's Home is a game set in kind of a fantasy version of the early 1900s, and it has a Scandinavian theme style to it. I would describe it as a stealth puzzle with
one
a
of these
very
games.
strong emphasis on story.
Isometric,
where you play up to
stealthy
3
game.
playable characters that you switch between, and they have their own special abilities that you need to use together to kind of solve situations and puzzles in a kind of interlaced way where everyone's involved.
It's in this setting of a Scandinavian nature, which not only resonates with me, but with the rest of the world, because
Gothenburg.
it's so unique. It's always nice to see something new that
It's-
people can relate to.
So I've worked a lot with like lighting. And
The
3D
aesthetic is
renderings and
very,
stuff like that. So Anders showed me the rendering of one of the movies. Just floored me. I thought it was so good. And I
what's
said,
the game?
"Okay, so Teal, what I want from you is I want you to make.
Why
this
do I
stupid
always
but
blank on the name for this
I've tested
game?
the game a lot, and what people usually
What?
say is that
Uh,
it feels
yeah,
like
Dishonored.
I'm playing a movie, but in a great way. River End Games was based on the idea that if you have the right mix of
I don't know why I always
then
forget the name of that game. I don't know
a
why.
really small team can still make something that's actually pretty cool.
How is this made by 16 people? Like, why is this quality so
Yeah,
high?
Dishonored and Disco Elysium, which isn't a bad thing. If you're comparing a game to like Dishonored and Disco Elysium, that's not bad.
I'm really excited for players.
They're
to
very
just
critically acclaimed
discover
games.
this world. Eric's
Yeah, strong
Home
entry.
is coming to Xbox, PlayStation, Steam, and Epic Game Store, and we have an exclusive trailer that we're about to show you that will reveal the release date. I hope you enjoy.
It's too bad that Warframe 1999 is locked behind 500 hours of actual gameplay. Yeah, it's part of the main story quest, so you have to beat the main story to get to 1999. Yeah, they made a Thief VR game. July 15th. Not that too far away. Only a month.
Thank
and
you
a
so
week.
much to our friends at River End Games for that window into the world of Eric's Home. It's coming to PC, Xbox, and PS5 on July 15th.
So go wishlist it on Steam or the Epic Games Store. All right, now we've got a new trailer for a cel-shaded shooter with gameplay inspired by the Stalker series. Here's the latest trailer for The Explorator.
Oh yeah, the demo for this came out. Right? Or did the full game come out? I forget. I saw a notification that something came out for this. Yeah, I remember seeing this. It's a first-person shooter. With very cute, like, 2D sprites for characters. See? It's fun. I remember playing the demo. I think I played the demo of this. It's out now. If you want this game, go buy it now. On Steam, going through the link in chat, which is, I don't get anything, I don't get any kickback from it, but still, go get the game. It's a good indie game.
Constance is up next, a Metroidvania where you wield the power of a paintbrush to escape a decaying inner world.
Live into my interests.
Paintbrush. Hey. Are you okay? Oop. Very lovely art style. Yeah, ads will be starting in like 3 minutes. Unfortunately, I can't stop the ad. The ads are unceasing, and they will be starting regardless if I want them to or not. And unfortunately, I can't pause this because this is live happening right now.
Constance is coming to PC on November 24th, but there's a demo available on Steam if you want to go give it a go after the show.
Yes, this is happening right now. This is live.
We'll know that
I'm not.
every future game
So this is what a co-stream is, Duck. I'm co-streaming the event as it's happening. That's the entire point of a co-stream.
Tackling for the summer showcase is Titan Quest 2. Now, fans have been waiting since 2006 for a sequel to Iron Lore's cult classic action RPG, and the good news is it's right around the corner.
Pre-recorded demon.
Details with the help of Grimlore Games.
No, this is live.
Tell us the whole story. Tell us about
Titan Quest 2 is
Oh yeah, that's right. They teased this a while ago, didn't they?
But it's set in ancient Greek mythology. You really can immerse yourself in what you associate Greece with. You'll be fighting these mythological monsters, some of which we came up with ourselves, some of which are from Titan Quest 1. Greek mythology also has become very much part of pop culture in the last 2 decades. Some other games have had great success with this, and we thought that we have this great IP on our hands, why not use it? In Titan Quest 2, you'll be playing as a rather unknown hero character. You're not really a hero yet. You're honestly just training to be a capable
Looks pretty good. If you like Diablo games. Not that big into Diablo games, but you know.
Of Nemesis, as you'll find out later, you will build up your own worth over time as you prove yourself in front of the gods. Gameplay-wise, Titan Quest 2 is very much a classic.
Oh damn,
but we
would.
have our own twists in there with like the mastery system, for example, where you merge 2 masteries into one instead of just being given classes. So you have to find these little entanglements that you can have between the 2 masteries, these synergies, and make the best use of them possible. From there, you can take your character in multiple directions. Mixed classes is something we support quite a lot, actually.
It's not that I'm well, okay.
The tanky warrior, of course, you're gonna have that. You can take your character in many directions.
I would be good at these games if I actually sat down and read guides. The problem is, I don't like to read guides for my games. I want to figure out stuff on my own that always ends up being suboptimal. So
we are not going to be doing any transactions in this game because we don't believe in that form of monetization in general. We will be doing traditional DLCs, however. So after the 1.0 launch, we'll be putting out larger DLC packs, which will include additional chapters, so more content in general, bosses, creatures, areas.
No microtransactions, but DLC, which is, you know, very, very traditional gaming, you know? And by traditional gaming, I mean like a decade ago.
The other platforms.
Titan Quest II is coming soon, and you can wishlist it on Steam or the Epic Games Store. Wait, legendary actor Yui Lowenthal?
The Spider-Man to my MJ? What are you doing here?
Hey, guys.
Hey, man.
I was just, you know, wandering the sound stages, taking in the sights and smells, and then I heard you guys making noise about video games out here, and I thought I'd join in.
Okay, well, I mean, since you're already here, why don't you take the next trailer? Well, right?
I mean, if that's okay with you guys, you know.
Mr. Lowenthal.
Work your magic. We'll just be over here.
All right. Got you. Well, get ready, folks, because it's time for another world premiere. This one's a follow-up to a beloved puzzle adventure that launched back in 2020.
World premiere.
I have seen things that should be forgotten.
Out of the blue, Quali Gaming.
I've tried to escape my past.
Hi, CL.
I've had enough of death and madness. But the world is changing.
Is this a new IP?
Some now search for answers in the far reaches of the world.
You said it was something that came out 20 years ago, right? Or something like that? Thank you for the pet, CL.
Marvels. For there lies upon this world of man a mocking and incredible
Call of the Elder Gods.
Out of time.
Okay.
Call of the Elder Gods, starring yours truly, is a Lovecraftian narrative puzzle adventure coming soon to PC and consoles. So get it on your wish lists ASAP.
So you weren't just wandering the lot then?
I mean, I was, but then, you know, it's called marketing, Matt.
Yeah, Matt. Classic marketing.
Classic.
Anyway.
All right, catch you later.
Bye.
I gotta wander.
Hell yeah, thanks for coming, man. Bye. See you, bye. Okay, so while I go make sure there's no other voice actors hiding on set, we'll throw it out to some back-to-back trailers.
I'll stay here.
Back to back to back to back.
How hard could it be?
Oh, this is that extraction shooter game, right? Oh, capture the flag on crack. Never mind. Big boy. Yeah, Ascendant.
Capture the flag on crack.
Welcome to Veil of the Witch, a turn-based tactical RPG with a roguelite twist. You play as Ash, a shipwrecked castaway with no memories and a big-ass sword.
Let's see if I remember how to use it.
5 years after a bloody civil war, you wake up trapped on a mysterious island filled with monsters, cultists, and a whole lot of zombies.
Horrors your young mind can't comprehend.
This whole island is madhouse.
Combat in Veil of the Witch is built for hardcore tactics fans, with an emphasis on speed and brutality.
Hardcore tactics fans, which is unfortunately not me. my brain too smooth for these tactical games. My brain too smooth.
Glass cannon caster Laurent, or backstabbing cutthroat Emile. All your abilities work on a cooldown, so you'll have to think smart and learn to juggle. You can also level up and unlock new skills right in the middle of battle. Surrounding this rock-solid core is a branching roguelike structure focused on skill in the face of unpredictable challenges. Face off against cool bosses.
This is a good time for the Az to roll.
Get your shit wrecked. Then head back to town, where you can unlock upgrades, chat with allies, craft equipment, and more. And if you're real nasty, take on Trials mode for bigger challenges and better rewards.
If you're real nasty.
Rise again, stronger, then come back and conquer. Lost Eidolons, Veil of the Witch. Early access available now on Steam, and coming soon to Xbox, PS5, and Nintendo Switch.
Oh yeah! Poppucom! This is a very cute looking co-op game. It's very adorable. Poppucom!
Can anyone hear me? Dispatch to Unit 1. There's an ongoing fire.
Co-op firefighting game? Oh no.
Break that door open.
Let me get that sturdy Halligan first.
My clothes are about to catch fire. Get an attack line.
This, okay. I can see this.
That was close.
I can see this being super chaotic with the right group of friends.
Can't let the fire escalate like that.
I need help. Mayday! Mayday!
Firefighting simulator. Ignite.
Firefighting sim.
Coming fall 2025. Wishlist now on PC and consoles.
With the right group, I can see that being.
No Nolan Norths or Ashley Johnsons waiting in the wings?
No, I think we're good. Okay. Now remember, folks, you can find all those games as well as every game we feature today on the Future Game Show Steam.
It won't be announced
You'll
here.
want to prime your wish lists in advance for this next reveal. It's a game where you play as a bureaucratic inspector in a fantasy world.
What's like you make sure the evil layer is up to code before the party heads inside?
Yes, that's literally the whole deal.
Okay, I legitimately need this game.
I know.
That's a cool concept. I like that.
The world is full of them. Sons and daughters of farmers with too much bravery and not enough wisdom, so some say. But what is a hero without a princess to save? Without dragons to slay? Nothing. That's where you come in. As an agent at the Bureau of Fantastical and Arcane Affairs, you will ensure everything is as it should be for the hero's arrival.
Inside this cave, you'll find a necromancer who, according to our reports, is a complete and utter embarrassment to the story.
The book is titled Hellgates Anew, Your First Ritual Sacrifice.
Okay, this is.
The soul of a demon
inside of a skeleton is a touch more tricky than you might imagine.
We, the members of the United Builders Union of Enchanted Settlements, hereby announce a strike, effective immediately.
It's the inspector, here with their cushy job and their clipboard that decides if we have to do more work.
A dragon attack? That is not in the budget.
But what is a story without a good hero at its helm? With one unsanctimonious swing, you lop his head off. It hardly felt.
It seems goofy in the right ways. I'm going to be the auditor of your dungeon. Do you have what it takes for me to checkmark everything as green before your dungeon?
Wishlist Bureau of Fantastical and Arcane Affairs today.
Oh, that's one for the critters. The Bureau of Fantastical and Arcane Affairs is coming later this year.
And now for something completely different. This one's for the fans of shooters, anime, and Y2K aesthetics.
That's me.
Y2K aesthetics. And anime. Anime Y2K. WTF. Team Waifu. Oh, do you want a waifu game? A waifu with a flip phone with a razor. That's a razor phone if I've ever fucking seen one. I never thought about that. I love that. A Ramune fucking... They have a target yes, they have a target demographic and they honed in on it. A Ramune Molotov cocktail. That's the words I was looking for. There's a lot going on in this, so my brain was going like, you can't remember these words. Waifu Tactical Force. Love it. Movement shooter, base builder, life sim. Yeah, they found their target audience and they were like zooming straight in on it.
Waifu Tactical Force is a 3v3 anime shooter coming soon to PC, but you can jump into the open playtest on Steam after the show.
Now we've got a trailer for an action platformer inspired by the ancient art of paper folding. Let's take a look at Hirogami.
Well, yeah. I put in a application to get a code for this game, so we'll see if I get it. Rogue. Yes. I'll see if I can get a key for this. If not, then yeah. It looks very cute. If not, we riot. Hirogami. There's a demo out for it right now too. But it looks very cute. I love the aesthetic. Origami platformer, action platformer, very cute.
Demo, which is available on Steam.
Okay, time for an update on Eve Frontier. This is CCP Games' Spacebound Survival MMO.
Eve Frontier is an invitation for everyone that have had the idea in their brain to make a game. And often the best way to make a game is to start and modify an existing game. We have now created an MMO server-side modding platform, and we offer an invitation to you to come and build with us. You can build tools, you can build worlds, you can do so many things. And this is a great way to start your game development adventure by sort of playing around in the amazing survival space horror sandbox we have created.
Okay.
When we made Eve Online, we very much wanted a sandbox experience
haven't
where most of
gotten
the infrastructure in the game would actually be built by
into Eve before because the spreadsheet simulator part of it is what scares me.
We could actually give a lot more agency to players to literally build the world. So as we go through this process of stripping down to a survival game, we are on the other hand building up an amazing modding platform. Basically what Eve Frontier enables third-party developers is to mod the actual server, creating additional software that both reads and writes the world state. And that, I think, will enable something truly
like the spreadsheet part of it is what scares me. It seems like a cool game if it wasn't so min-maxy.
We are basically supercharging that with the smart assemblies and the modding platform we're built into Frontier. And what we have seen so far in our various hackathons and events, and what we've just seen in the sort of builder community overall, absolutely delivers on that vision in spades.
Founder access for Eve Frontier is available now, and you can head to evefrontier.com to jump in and find out more. What's up next, Laura?
We have a brand new trailer for Formula Legends, an arcade
F1
that covers the history of motorsport.
Oh, never mind. This seems a little bit more arcadey. It's Micro Racers, but F1, but Formula. It's F1, but chibi. All right. Formula Legends. Play demo now.
Formula Legends is
I'm not a racing guy, so unfortunately,
but you can play the demo now on
this isn't quite what I'm into. But you know, if you like racing, that looks very fun. Looks very.
Ones to play section, which is a future game show staple.
Nope.
It's a montage of exciting games that you can play on Steam right after the show.
Alpha.
So, if you like what you're looking at, don't hesitate to download it.
Alpha, come on.
First up is Catastrophe.
That's a little bit too much.
Roguelike where you play as a kitty abducted by aliens and repel enemies with your trusty sidekick, the Star Cursor. Players can mod Polo's abilities to settle on a unique playstyle and pick their route through a series of interstellar environments.
Next up,
yeah, this is on my list.
Hero, a survival horror throwback with fixed cameras and immersive pre-rendered environments. a menacing illness has descended
It's like
on the town of
Resident Evil Silent Hill.
You solve puzzles and tango with monsters to make it out alive?
Or what about Bloodgrounds? It's a gladiatorial roguelike with a city builder twist. You'll recruit, train, and command a crew of warriors in strategic turn-based battles, then develop a coastal city in the interim.
Again, this is an official co-stream for the future game show, so please keep yourselves in line, okay? I don't want to ban anyone.
With one player on PC or console and the other using a mobile companion app, you'll communicate and collaborate to complete puzzles and stop the outbreak of war. No pressure. That was our Ones to Play montage. Be sure to follow up on anything that caught your eye.
But let's keep on sailing with another exclusive trailer for
Hi, Valorous.
Simulator set in the late 18th century.
Ahoy. Uh-oh.
Every voyage begins with a plan.
Is this the Black Flag multiplayer that we deserved, and not Skull and Bones or Skull whatever that game was? The Skull something.
It is in our nature to conquer what others fear. Death and dishonor, fame and fortune. The life of a sea captain is one of duty and relentless pursuit. True riches are not in gold and jewels, but in the stories we bring back, and the legend.
And the game's called Ahoy, so...
We arrive, but never at our final destination. So we chart our next course. We sail. We fight. We endure. For the voyage is life. And life is the voyage.
Artemide. So can I be a pirate? Can I be a pirate? Please let me be a pirate.
Join the crew today on Kickstarter.
But what type of game is it gonna be? Is it single player, multiplayer?
Check out the funding drive for Ahoy at ahoy.gg/Kickstarter. And you can also wishlist the game on Steam or the Epic Games Store.
The Spotlight montage is up next, so say goodbye to our corporeal bodies and hello to our disembodied voices.
What Matt means to say with that gothic vocabulary is that we'll be back on stage once we've talked you through some super cool games.
That's what I meant.
It's one of the games. I just want to know. I just want to know what type of game it is.
Flickshot Rogues is a turn-based strategy roguelike where you trade tactical trick shots for devastating damage. Across a constantly shifting cartoon peninsula, players will trigger explosive...
Okay, that's interesting.
Game-changing upgrades. It's coming to PC later this year.
Ping pong.
Buy yourself ahead of time by checking out the free demo on Steam.
Now let's take a look at Under Par Golf Architect, an all-in-one simulator where you mold terrain to create world-class courses and then try them out firsthand. As well as placing the green and obstacles between, you'll manage staff, budgets, and customers
golf.
on your way to crafting a golfer's paradise.
It's
coming soon to PC and consoles, but you can wishlist it now on Steam or the Epic Games Store.
Ascends to Zero is up next. It's a hack-and-slash roguelike where you play as the last surviving human of a devastated world. To help with that unfortunate predicament, you can freeze time to anticipate attacks and topple voxel monsters. Ascend to Zero is coming soon to PC. In the meantime, you can check out the free demo on Steam.
God damn, the fucking effects, though.
Or how about Animal Kind? This is a cozy
Sheeb
building game where you play as a crew of adorable critters in mech suits. Players will use their industrial-grade opposable thumbs to scavenge the landscape for materials and establish a community.
Okay, this is adorable as fuck. This is way too cute.
But if you head to the Steam page, you can sign up for the alpha playtest, which is arriving in July.
Next up is Don't Wake the Beast, but the developers have sent over an intricate overview, so I'll sit this one out.
Puppies driving mech
is
suits.
Tim. I'm the game designer and producer behind Don't Wake the Beast. Don't Wake the Beast is a stealth roguelike in which your goal is to steal as many treasures as possible and run away from the beast. The tricky part is that each treasure has its weight, and the more you pick up, the more noise you generate. But when you fail, there's always another run. My game will feature 4 biomes, all with unique mechanics and beasts. It's scheduled to release in 2026.
I like that concept. That's a fun concept.
A cultist simulator where you try your best to bring about the end of the world. Inspired by Pikmin, this cute and creepy roguelite tasks you with performing blood rites and recruiting followers to please the old ones. It's coming soon to PC, and you can wishlist it on Steam.
I love a good cultist game.
We hope you enjoyed the Summer Showcase selection. Laura?
Oh, it's time for an update on Scum, the survival shooter with poop mechanics.
What?
Not as in like they're bad, no. Just like you have to manage your bowel movements to survive.
Oh, I might actually learn something. I love video games.
Peggy 18.
This is Daisy if it fucking smoked crack and did cocaine and then fucked your mom while doing some yeah. It's Daisy if it was on crack. And fucked your mom while they were doing poker. Also, I like the idea of using negative reviews as your
If those inspired reviews have grabbed your attention, then we're here to help.
Yep, you can head to the
I like the idea of negative reviews as your trailer idea.
And
That's
if you're not one of the lucky winners,
I like
then
that.
jump in with the rest of us when it launches on June 17th.
Now, our next game is a squad-based survival shooter where you dodge deadly dinosaurs. Here's the latest trailer for Deathground.
Dinosaur game. Oh.
Deadly dinos are on the loose in Deathground.
Yeah, that was a game mechanic, not a trailer though.
You must do everything you can to survive in these dinosaur-infested abandoned facilities. Could you survive?
Could you survive?
Games, the indie dev team behind Deathground.
The main threat you'll need to avoid is the raptors, specifically Utah raptors. So
Utah raptors.
They're much smaller. They measure around 7 feet tall. I'm about 5'3", so that's a pretty menacing heights comparison for me.
We've spent most of our development time taming them, and it's been a huge challenge because...
How do you get something of that size with that tail to behave all in multiplayer?
Exactly. Of course, there'll be other dinosaurs for you to deal with. The #1 culprit for causing chaos is the Compsognathus, aka the Compy.
What might look like a decent hiding space for you as players might actually be a refuge for these little creatures, putting the terror in territory.
Yeah.
For other species, you may spot the Allosaurus, Brachiosaurus, and Triceratops roaming around in the background.
And the next thing you know, you're being chased by a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
T-Rex!
There are multiple maps and missions that will be playable at launch.
Is this No More Room in Hell but dinosaurs?
Geothermal, where you'll need to repair everything so you can restart the power plant.
There's no more room in hell but dinosaurs!
It's a little bit overgrown and it is in need of some weeding.
And biomedical, which is my personal favourite, where you'll have to sneak in and steal raptor eggs. You know, for science.
Each mission is replayable and is an important piece of the puzzle. Each detail or collectible that you come across will help you unlock the lore.
No more room in Dino Crisis.
Deathground is launching on Steam Early Access this year. Keep a lookout for our roadmap.
Deathground is launching into Steam Early Access later this year. Keep an eye out for Roar news on that front.
I am refusing to acknowledge that pun, so let's move on with our second Ones to Watch deep dive, shall we? Here's Rogue Factor to tell us more about the studio's new weird action-adventure game.
What the fuck?
Is Us.
Oh yeah, there's a demo out for this.
What happened? Madness and hatred and lots of it.
Hi everyone, my name is Jonathan Jacques Belated, and I am the Executive Creative Director and Executive Art Director on Hell Is Us here at Rogue Factor.
There's a demo out for
The game
this.
that we've been developing for pretty much almost 5 years now is a game called Hell Is Us. So the game is definitely like an action-adventure game.
It is set in the world of Adia. It's a rogue state where there's a lot of really weird things happening. You play Remy. He was born there. He was raised in a foster system in Canada, and he's going back basically to find answers.
This thing that games do now, contemporary games, where the adventuring is just, if you think about it, the exploration and the discovery, they're only there by theme. You had just
Honestly, thank you for the pets. Honestly, when I saw this, I was thinking more.
Almost all the levels connected to the exploration and connected to your discovery.
What the fuck was it?
So
No longer human, not human. What's that? Free-to-play, open world, base builder, weird, fucky wucky looking thing. Beyond Human.
To go, but not too much. It's basically how life works. If you
Beyond Human.
We basically orient ourselves by sight and hearing and what people tell us, right?
Once in the woods,
Once Human. Once Human. That's the game.
they will lead the way through.
You talk to NPCs and they literally
Yeah, Once Human.
right?
That's the game I was
So
thinking
Rebecca
of.
Jova, when she kind of hints you where the Owen convoy, the direction that it took, she says, I don't know where they went exactly, but I know they took the road that goes behind the weird monuments. And she says, you can see them from here. And as you're talking to her, behind her, quite far, you see some peculiar monument-looking thing. You're like, is that what she's talking about? Like, is that if I go and then you go there and you see the road that turns?
Wow. Yeah.
I think that's kind of
Cool. I'm very good at camera placement, so that way you get context for what you're hearing in dialogue.
Others, no game is
What's that called?
perfect, but it's very much it's the joy of exploration, the joy of discovery. Yeah.
Composition.
Of course, we can't talk about Hell Is Us without talking about our monsters. And the enemies, the limbic entities, are physical manifestations of human emotions, of human negative emotions. What does an emotion look like? Who knows? So we had many iterations. We ended up with these kind of like fractally, geometrically thingies, So we have grief, ecstasy, terror, and rage. So the Hollow Walker represents a bit. It's just a husk. That's what we call it.
Okay.
Hollow Walker. And it's a bit like a facsimile of a human being who's felt this very strong negative emotion.
Yeah, you can punch your depression in the face.
We tried a lot of things, and they ended up looking like this, So you'll be able to play Hell Is Us on September 4th, 2025, on Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 5, and obviously PC.
I believe there's a demo out for it right now as well.
Wishlist it now because Hell Is Us is coming to PC and consoles on September 4th.
All right, I think we're due another world premiere, don't you? This one's an action-adventure set in a drop-dead gorgeous cartoon world.
And it stars...
World premiere.
Wait, is it us?
Maybe. Let's throw to someone who knows while I take this totally real phone call. Hello? Hi.
Hey Laura, hey Matt. I'm super excited to be back on the Future Game Show.
Hi, Samantha. Well, Samantha didn't acknowledge me. I'm here too,
If you strike me down.
Wow.
So yeah, New Tales reached out, and I am officially in their game. Actually, seeing you just reminded me. They're looking for a killer writer who can also perform. Let me call Jasmine. Look, it's fine. You're doing great for time. Hey, Jazz.
Hi, Sam.
I've got a really cool gig. want to join me in a game. If we're both in, I'm pretty sure Matt and Laura will be on board too.
Yeah, sure, I'll be in a game with you. But only if you're coming to the D&D group next week, because our party could really use the barbarian.
All right, I guess we're all doing this. That was easy.
Is it bad I don't know either of these people?
We're getting ourselves into.
Oh. I can turn into a blorb. Blorb. Like a water goddess or something? Splatoonly. Yeah, it's very, very Splatoon, I guess. Yeah. What are you doing? Fading echo.
That's right, we're joining Samantha Bayard, yes, Karlak herself.
Oh, Karlak.
Jasmine Bhullar in Fading Echo, coming to PCs and consoles next year.
And you can wishlist it today on Steam or the Epic Game Store. Go, 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 go.
We got another block of back-to-back trailers up next. Let's dig in.
We have been blessed to live in times of peace, but our city is not without its
I do like these 2.5D with pixel art 2D sprites, or 3D with 2D sprites. I don't know what to call this.
You're going to be bishops too.
Through Shale, all things are possible.
It's time
2.5D, yeah. Half-Life is not going to be announced at Future Game Show. If Half-Life was going to be announced, it was going to be at Shit Summer Game Fest, the main thing. It's not going to be announced here.
Does it get easier after that?
It would have already been announced.
Damn, I love the church.
This is more indie. This is more of an indie showcase than it is a AAA showcase. I love my shmups. Not really though, I'm bad at shmups. Truxton Extreme. Saturday morning cartoon looking aesthetic. Always down for that. Big grappling mechanics.
It's 2 o'clock. 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 2 o'clock.
crafting, gathering, fishing. We've seen this before, haven't we? I don't know. I feel like I've seen this before. Linked. Banner of the Spark. I like the aesthetic. Red Art Games. Oh. Joe and Mac. I mean, okay. I didn't know this game series existed, by the way.
We're back.
I'll be honest.
You can wishlist all of those games by heading to
the Future Game Show Steam page.
The Future Game Show's Steam page.
With that out of the way, it's time for a spine-tingling close look.
By the way, yes, if you see any games that you like in the pinned message in chat, there is a link to the Steam page.
Let's throw it over to Supermassive Games to find out more.
Supermassive Games. This is Directive 8020, right?
Not until you move from the scanner.
Yeah.
Those things can change shape.
Don't you ever point that thing at me again.
Scan complete. Subject unidentifiable. We need urgent assistance. Please.
It's the, yeah, Directive 8020. It's the, yeah, Dark Pictures. It's the next game, the Dark Pictures anthology.
Hey, I'm Will Doyle, creative director on Directive 8020, and I'm here
They've
to
been
share
actually taking their time on this one.
for the first time in a Dark Pictures game. Turning Points is a new narrative system which allows you to go back and change the outcome of your choices. As with all our games, Directive 8020 has a branching story with multiple endings.
Yeah.
You'll be able
They're taking their time with this one because the last ones were like extremely buggy on release. So I'm willing to bet that they finally like pulled back. They're now actually taking their time to properly like actually make sure it works at release.
Choices would have played out. By the same token, your actions matter in our games. If you want to live by your decisions, there's also a survivor mode setting that prevents you from rewinding, but still lets you view the decision tree. Turning Points will be available both digitally and physically for all copies of the game from when you start.
Yeah, linked. LYNKED, linked.
Directive 8020 introduces the ability to rewind and change your choices to see the consequences in each branching path.
It's coming to PC, PlayStation, and Xbox in 2025, and if it's not on your wish list already, go fix that.
Our next game is just as scary, but for entirely different reasons. Cairn is a death-defying climbing simulator with a meticulous
Yeah, this one.
control scheme. Here's the game bakers to tell you more.
Cairn is what we call a survival climber. Your goal is to climb a mountain and reach a summit no one has ever conquered. You can climb almost anywhere.
Yeah, it takes a little bit.
Mechanics are highly realistic.
Definitely, like,
you need to carefully manage your balance and stamina.
It'll definitely be like an after stream thing.
For the first time, we are also showing what it's like to climb at high altitudes. When you get up there, you'll face ice walls that require you to use ice axes and spikes. But don't think you can just jam your tools into the ice. Ice climbing is precise. You'll need to aim for cracks and edges to get a solid grip. Cairn's realistic climbing system also supports mixed climbing. That means you can have one hand on the rock and the other using an ice tool.
Okay.
It's up to you to
Hi, car game.
the most strategic route to the top. Cairn is coming up on PlayStation 5 and Steam later this year. You can already give it a try in the demo available on PC and PS5.
I'm quapping over it.
Cairn is coming to PlayStation and PC later this year, and you can also check out a free demo on both platforms after the show. What's next, Matt?
We're mixing things up with a double bill of trailers. Here are 2 great games from our friends at Quali.
Oh? Korea is devastated. No life remains. My damn cheeks out on a fucking Saturday night. Never mind, that was just white pants. Another Resident Evil like. I'm down for that. I enjoy a good Resident Evil like. It's traditional Resident Evil. Ground Zero. You know what? Count me in. Okay. Bugs, moth people, climbing a tree. This is very, what's that one game? They love lamp. What's that one game? It starts with an L. I can't remember. Oh, goodbye. Hark, the ghoul. Gloom. Gloom is the thing, but I'm thinking of something else.
Hark the Ghoul and Ground Zero are both coming soon to PC. What's up next, Laura?
We're taking a look at a game called Hella. It's a cooperative folklore adventure where you and your friends band together as brave little mice.
Not the. What's at the L? It's like a retro first-person RPG. Also, this looks adorable. Good mouse game. Very adorable mouse game. Mouse. I don't remember the name of the game. I'm bad at remembering. Yay! Did a kickflip! The Stuart Little prequel. Gila.
Hella is coming soon to PC, PlayStation,
Oh,
and
hella.
Xbox. So give it a wish.
I don't want to say hella, but you know, whatever.
Moving swiftly on, it's time for a look at Ludo. This is a psychological thriller where the protagonist is trapped inside their own home, and we're about to find
As another PT like, we enjoy a good PT like.
18.
How can you distinguish between what is real and what isn't?
PT like, let's go!
What you hear? What happens when everything starts to feel wrong? To seem fake? Like a trick?
It looks proper spooky though. Ludo. Isn't it? Isn't that a Ludo narrative? Isn't that a fucking thing?
Ludo is coming to PC, PS5, and Xbox. In the meantime, you can wishlist it on Steam or the Epic Game Store.
It's world premiere time again, and this next reveal arrives with an introduction from a very special someone.
Hi, Snow Chimera. Welcome in.
Hello everyone. I'm excited to be a part of Future Game Show 2025. There are so many amazing games coming out, and I'm very happy that I have a bit more time to play them these days. As many of you know, I have been a huge fan of the work of N-Dreams. Synapse, my favorite VR game of all time, and I'm honored to present this new groundbreaking title from the team. If you are at Summer Game Fest, I shall
It's
see
Matt
you
Mercer and
on the show floor at
Laura
the
Bailey.
N-Dreams booth.
But thank you for the follow, Snow. Welcome to my stream. Welcome to my domain.
To introduce you to Reach.
Another VR game. Is it a quest only game though? That's VR in a nutshell, CL. I mean, if you don't get motion sick, this game is going to be good for you. Steam VR, let's go.
Reach is an ambitious virtual reality action adventure coming to PSVR, Steam, and MetaQuest in 2025.
Okay, Matt. It's time to check in with everybody's favorite depressed and recently divorced duck.
Hey, Duck Detective.
The Duck Detective.
He may have quacked the mystery of the secret salami, but when you're that good at your job, there's always a new case to solve.
I need to get the first game before I do the second game. I have the second game, but not the first game.
Embrace of loneliness and this vacation.
The Frog Detective has had his series come to a close.
I'm Annika.
And I'm Johnny. We're Happy Broccoli Games based in Berlin, Germany.
Our newest game is Duck Detective, The Ghost of Glamping.
where you are the one and only duck detective, a depressed and recently divorced duck who must quack the case.
Inspect evidence, make deductions, and solve this no-murder mystery.
To the annoyance of the duck detective, he is joined by a new partner in solving crime, Freddy the Crocodile. Work together to unravel the truth and nibble on the crumbs of justice. Right now, we're working on a simplified Chinese language update that is coming out later this year.
We're very excited for you to play.
It's very cute, but I need to get the first game.
Switch, Xbox One, and Series X. And
Duck Detective, yes.
Thanks for watching, and we hope you enjoy the rest.
It's a very cute game.
Are those bread slices?
Duck Detective.
The ghost of glamping!
Duck Detective, the Ghost of Glamping, has already waddled its way onto PC and consoles, so go check it out if you haven't already.
Okay, we've had plenty of exciting premises so far, but how about a rhythm roguelike from the maestros behind Patapon? Get on your dancing shoes, folks.
Hey, Patapon!
Is up next.
Oh. At some point, I'm going to need to get animated emotes. I need to get something like this at some point in my life.
Ratatan is coming to Steam Early Access on July 25th, but there's a free demo available on Steam if you want.
Hey, demo available.
Bombshell with a new trailer for Agatha Christie, Death on the Nile.
It's the Patapon creators, so it's Ratatan. Or Ratapon?
It's Poirot, don't you know?
Pardon. Pardon, mon chéri.
It's Hercule Poirot.
Uh-oh. Death on the Nile. Reimagined in the 70s.
Monsieur Poirot, I guess you
Monsieur Poirot.
to come.
What do you suggest I do? And can you confirm that all the passengers are present for the meal?
Yes, we keep the list. Everyone is here.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry to disrupt what promised to be a beautiful day.
It's a whodunit. Yes.
Terrible news. But we must stay calm if we want to find the culprit. I have a small idea of the situation.
I'm May Leach. My, you got here quickly. I've just finished my latest case.
Yeah. 2 detectives, 2 investigations.
Let's see what I can find.
But someone is lying to me. It's a big case, Miss Royce. A dangerous one. What do we have here?
Thank you, Mr. Poirot. I'm now going to search each of you. Then there's still time to stop them before they strike again.
Tomorrow, the day at least is here.
Probably not.
Must have its answer.
Death of the Nile.
Agatha Christie Death on the Nile is coming to PC and consoles in September of 2025, but you can wishlist it now on Steam or the Epic Game Store.
Okay, I don't want to build up this next trailer too much, but let's just say you're gonna flip.
Oh, the puns.
Ooh, spooky. Are you a vampire Imagine Flipper? Are you a vampire? Oh. House Flipper Scooby-Doo! Wow. Scoobtober.
Soinks, Laura! House Flipper 2 Scooby-Doo is meddling its way onto PC and consoles this Scootober.
Now we're starting to close in on the end of the show. But
That's a crossover I wasn't expecting.
Our final ones to watch, Deep Dive.
Our team behind the scenes visited the Hangar 13 office for an exclusive insight into Mafia: The Old Country. Here's all the gory details.
Mafia: The Old Country is both a prequel to the original Mafia trilogy, and it also sets things up for what might be to come in the future, going back to 1900 Sicily, so the birth of not just the Mafia game, but also the actual Mafia itself, back to where organised crime first really came from.
In Mafia: The Old Country,
Yes, this looks really good.
Enzo Favara, who's an upcoming gangster.
Likely won't play it on stream because story games don't really go well on streams, but
His parents are really horrible upbringing for a kid, which unfortunately happened back in those days. So he doesn't know family, he doesn't really know love. He escapes, he falls in with the Teresi crime family, and then this game really, this story shows his rise through the ranks as he goes from being this impoverished young man to a made man.
For Mafia: The Old Country, we moved to Unreal Engine 5, which has really enabled us to do incredible things with the characters, with the
of course, everyone's going to UE5.
Every single aspect of the game has undergone a significant graphical upgrade.
Mafia has always been about pushing the technology of its day to do the best in cinematic storytelling and exciting.
I'm so excited to get 15 frames per second.
Even more emotional and meaningful.
We've been able to capture incredible nuances in the mocap, in the acting, in all of the character performances. That's really helped us to bring our story to life. And as a little taste of what's in store, we've got a cinematic to show, which shows a key moment in Enzo's story.
PEGI 18.
Come forward. All of the men in this room are bound by blood. This is a family. And in this family, we follow a code.
We are a family. Why does every Dawn have to have that, like, their voice is constantly about to go out? They're on the verge of losing their voice 100% of the time.
This life is one of secrecy. If you make a friend, meet a woman, they must not know about our thing.
Too much smoking.
It is binding.
It is binding.
It is not forgiving.
Too much goofy juice.
Play one.
Holding all the cigars for themselves. Just every Dawn for a Mafia, like
your life.
I know it's like going after like Godfather and everything, but like
yes. I do.
like an homage to Godfather, but like, you know, saved Marlon Brando's vocal cords.
To become a man of honor, repeat these words.
That's a little warm.
My loyalty to this family.
I swear my loyalty to this family.
My flesh must burn like this saint if I do not keep my oath.
My flesh must burn like this saint if I do not keep my oath.
Unfortunately, ads are happening.
Welcome, Enzo.
Benvenuto, Enzo.
Benvenuto, Enzo. Benvenuto.
Salute.
Salute.
Mafia.
Take a trip to Sicily when Mafia the Old Country lands on August 8th for PC.
And then they kiss, and they had a weird
Next on our
underground
docket,
orgy.
a presentation for Tenet of the Spark. If you haven't seen it all over social media, this is a time-hopping brawler where you solve puzzles and crush enemies across 3 distinct timelines.
Hey, what's up? I'm Artem, the game director at Rogue Games, a small indie team scattered around the globe. We're making our first game, Tenet of the Spark.
The true power of the Spark!
It's a cinematic action where you fight bad guys over 3 timelines. Present day, the Viking Age, and the Aztec civilization. All at the same time. You got it, right?
Okay.
Ancestor, I need you.
And it's not just for show. You have to use all 3 characters to explore, deal with tricky enemy types, and solve puzzles. It also answers questions you thought you'd never ask. Like, how the hell does this black boxer have a Viking for the great-great-great-grandpa? Or why does this train car turn into a giant rock? And the biggest question is, why did they risk a role with such a difficult project? Because we wanted to play a game where you can start with classic 1-2, then send your opponent across the arena with your hammer, switch again to pull this dude a little closer, hit him with a huge combo across all 3 timelines.
The hell are you?
And now we make it that game.
I mean, that's a really cool concept.
You got it, right?
I got a little mini-me. Look. Wash up, wash up.
We're not dropping the release date yet because we want to do it right. But we can say it's coming to both PC and consoles. Follow and wishlist Tenet of the Spark on Steam. And go look at your family album. Maybe your grandpa was a badass like mine. You never know.
Thank you to Roar Games for the inside scoop on Tenet of the Spark.
Hi, Jelly.
PC and consoles, so pop it on your wish lists. All right. What have you got for us, Laura?
A first look at gameplay for Creasol, Feeder of Idols. This is a first-person horror shooter for fans of BioShock and Resident Evil. You fight creepy statues.
We haven't gotten an update from that one game by the BioShock devs, have we?
I'm going to pre-order it right now.
Almighty Son. Guide
Hey, another Blumhouse Games publishing.
in this hour of darkness. As the shadows of the abyss close in.
Blumhouse has been hitting pretty hard with the games that they chose to publish.
Let your sacred light banish them. And if I am to fall, let my flesh burn.
God damn.
So my soul may ascend to you.
Guns powered by your blood. Blood guns. Blood guns. Yes.
For all eternity. Now and forever. Crisol.
Crisol.
Holy moly.
That looks pretty fucking sick, though.
Crisol Theater of Idols is coming to PC, Xbox, and PS5 later this year, and your Steam wish lists in just a few moments, probably.
I hate to say it.
I'm
but
wishlisting
I think we've arrived at the final trailer.
the final trailer.
How do you want to do this?
Okay, I'm thinking we both look into that camera right there,
Okay.
and we're both sad that the show's over. But it's okay because that last trailer's really cool, and so the folks at home will be happy, and we've done a good job, I think. So, does that work?
You know, sounds perfect to me. Please enjoy our final world premiere.
World premiere.
Ooh, I liked it.
Yeah, it's fun.
Welcome, sisters, daughters of Hortus, to these blessed halls of Porthbarrow. You have been chosen, honored to the parish, to serve the will of Mother.
Yes. I can't tell you exactly when I'll get game codes, but they said I'll be getting game codes to give away after this.
Let us see what flowers she's given us. Such radiant blooms.
Such radiant blooms.
Now, I must confess a change in plans. You shan't be entering the garden today. Take heart, faithful ones. The garden must still be tended. And tonight, you
What?
will be sown!
What is this? Another horror game I'm expecting. Ritual Tides.
No. Hold on. I've got something to show you. Ah, I bet you didn't expect that, did you?
Okay. Some sort of horror game.
That was your first look at Ritual Tides, a terrifying odyssey where you tango with Lovecraftian terrors.
Lovecraftian?
Because it's coming soon to PC.
We'll have the full gameplay revealed during the next Future Games show in August, so mark your calendars for that. However, that does mean we've reached the very end of this year's Summer Showcase.
Don't go anywhere, though, because FGS Live from Los Angeles airs right after this, with even more exclusive trailers, developer deep dives.
I'm going to tell you guys not to go anywhere because I'm going to be giving giveaway codes.
Summer Showcase, as well as the developers who put their all into those
at some point, maybe, hopefully, I don't get forgotten.
Head to the dedicated Future Game Show Steam page to wishlist your favorite games from today's show. We'll also have follow-up content on GamesRadar.com and the FGS YouTube channel.
I'm Matt Mercer.
And I'm Laura Bailey. And this has been the Future Game Show Summer Showcase 2025.
I mean, I'm going to keep turning this on, but... I'll keep this up. But, hopefully... I'm going to keep an eye on my email.
What a Hollywood ending to the Future Games Show Summer Showcase. Thank you very much to Matt and Laura for their amazing work as host, but it is not over yet. As you might be able to tell, there are some new stars in town. That being myself, Jules Gill. And myself, Amy Mallet.
What was shown off at the Game Awards, or not a Game Awards, Summer Game Fest yesterday?
Exclusive new trailers, demo drops,
Duck, I'm not going to acknowledge that. It's going to be redeemed, but I'm not going to acknowledge that because I have to say it. I'm gonna have to keep an eye on this, but let's go to Summer Game Fest 2025. What game is this? Looks like Ark meets. Okay, you can TF in this one. Oh, don't tell the Pokemon Company that there's a game where you throw orbs and spawn monsters. Very interesting. Yeah, announcements. Give me announcements. Don't give me a slideshow. I don't care about a slideshow. I guess a GameSpot would be the way to go. Maybe? Yes. So here is the games that were shown off. Sorry for the flashbang. For Summer Game Fest, we have Mortal Shell 2, which looked really cool. I'm going to be playing Mortal Shell 1 at some point. Then there's, who cares? Death Stranding 2. Death Stranding 2 is getting a dedicated day, isn't it? I think tomorrow, Death Stranding 2 has a dedicated event showcase. Let me check the events list for Summer Game Fest. So if you want Death Stranding 2 news, yes, there is a Death Stranding 2 showcase at 7 p.m. PT, which is 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. So if you want to see more about Death Stranding, do that. And then Chronicles of Medieval, which looks like you're playing a hero unit and commanding squads of medieval people. I have no idea. Medieval Sandbox is what it says, but I don't know. I don't know what sandbox means. And then Sonic Racing Cross Worlds is getting Hatsune Miku, Ichiban Kasuga, and Joker from Persona 5. And it's also doing collaboration with Xbox and has a Steve from Minecraft and a Minecraft map. Then we have Code Vein 2, which is very cool. Code Vein 1 I'm going to be playing on stream at some point. End of Abyss, which looked interesting. You shoot... It looks like an isometric twin-stick shooter where the things you shoot split up into different entities. I don't know. Then Mouse PI for Hire. This looks really cool. I love the art style. Definitely going to be playing this. Game of Thrones RTS. Atomic Heart 2 is coming, and apparently they're doing an MMORPG called The Cube, which is set in the same world. I don't know what the fuck an MMORPG is going to look like in the Atomic Heart world, but and then they announced Rocket Raccoon and She-Hulk for the Marvel Cosmic Invasion, which is that beat-em-up, side-scroller beat-em-up game. I'm good. Side-scroller beat-em-up by the dev team that made the really good Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles one. And you have Onimusha. They showed this guy off. Don't know who he is. I haven't played any of the Onimusha games. That's probably in the near future to play through the Onimusha games, at least the mainline ones. Then there's this one. This insane one. Felt That Boxing. Do you want to play as a Muppet in a knockout, punch-out game? Is it punch-out or knockout? Punch-out? I think it's punch-out. But yeah. Punch-out. Yeah, punch-out style arcade game. And then you have Killer N. And then you have Arc Raiders, which got an announcement of October 30th. So that will be fun. Dune Awakening, I have early access to. So I'll be playing that with the friends if I can find a friend group for that to play it with. Out of Words looks like Unraveled co-op puzzle game, platformer puzzle game. We've already seen Old Country. Lego Voyagers, which was a co-op game by Lego where you play as these 1x1 blocks. You jump onto blocks in order to control them and then move them around. You can build stuff to solve puzzles together. Nicktoons. And then Liza P. Overture, which I did go and purchase. I will be playing this at some point because I do plan on doing a month-long Souls-like gaming marathon. I need to brainstorm sub goals and like stuff and stuff for subs like I don't know, like five gift subs equal 20 minutes of no healing or something. I don't know. I mean, if I might need to like change the sub things between each game because each game is going to be different mechanics. Yeah, Fractured Blooms, which the developers said is like Doki Doki Literature Club meets Silent Hill. I don't see any of the Doki Doki Literature Club, but I saw a lot of the Silent Hill narrative stuff in it. You have Mina the Hollower, which is the next game being developed by the Shovel Knight devs. It looks very Game Boy, like Zelda game, very Zelda, very Game Boy. Then you had Deadpool VR, which is only on fucking MetaQuest, so I don't care about that. Dying Light the Beast got a launch date of August 22nd. If you like the original Dying Light, then this is a continuation of that character's story. You have Mixtape, which is a fucking you're high as fuck in like 90s summer vacation. Looks very interesting. You have Towa, the Guardians of the Sacred, which looks like a beat 'em up, but with a lot of very cute characters. Like you have a bunny, you have a fox dude, you have a big sheep, you have a big fish. It's very adorable. And this is Acts of Blood. This one's really cool. This looks like Sifu meets like the brutality of Daredevil, but there's like guns and stuff involved as well. A single developer game, by the way. This one looks really good. This is on my list. And Scott Pilgrim is getting a new game, EX or X, Scott Pilgrim X. It's another side-scroller beat 'em up, old style. Looks like the style of the new series though, but old pixel art style. And Hitman World of Assassination is getting a 007 crossover map with Le Chiffre being played by Mads Mikkelsen. So Casino Royale DLC for Hitman World of Assassination. Then Lego Party, it's Mario Party but with Legos. Wildgate, it's like a 20-player. I don't think the Scott Pilgrim one, you're in Toronto and Toronto has taken over by 3 rival gangs like the Punks, the demons and someone else. I don't remember. Blighted, which is the next game by the Guacamelee devs. It looks like a Hades kind of like game. Very cool aesthetic though. Very cool art style. Ill. This game looks really creepy and I really like it. Very meaty. Very like. Very, very, very cool things. When is the fucking... Oh, this is still going? Okay. Apparently this is still part of the showcase. So I gotta be watching this. Yeah, that's a lot of the stuff from Summer Game Fest. I'll keep an eye out.
Wish this Berserk bits over on Steam right now and check out an updated demo ahead of its launch later this year. Now,
So we're still waiting for this to end.
Because next we have a glorious coming-of-age adventure that doesn't just feature a bopping soundtrack.
Okay.
The bopping soundtrack is woven into the gameplay. Here's Mixtape.
Yeah, the Mega Man thing.
Hanging out.
Yeah, this is the other game I was talking about. Yeah, the Mixtape. It's the drug-fueled summer vacation, the 90s summer vacation.
Containing music from Devo and Joy Division and Lush and Smashing Pumpkins and a whole bunch of incredible music. And through gameplay, through music, you relive their finest hours.
It felt important at the time.
The music is a mixtape and so is the gameplay. There's everything from skateboarding to pulling slushies. There's an amazing level where you toilet paper a house. And let me just say, I just want to say our toilet paper tech is second to none. The way you can toilet paper that house, I'm extremely proud of. And, you know, Grand Theft Auto, nothing on our toilet paper tech.
Mom, who is it?
It's the pigs.
It's the pigs, darling. Fuck.
And then getting the wheels in motion of how to get that music. I'm not saying it was The Cure, but I remember we were trying to get one song and one of the people who owned the copyright was up a mountain and we had to like send a Sherpa to go and find this guy so we could get the rights to Plain Song by The Cure. So that was definitely one of the most exciting things, was like tracking down these artists. I think if you really love hangout movies like Dazed and Confused,
It's because it pulls from a random array of 3D objects to throw at my face.
Wayne's World. I think that a lot of those references that you will get into Mixtape, and I think game-wise, it's hard to draw some comparisons to what it is. I think it's a weird mishmash of different things. I think maybe like What Remains of Edith Finch is something you could draw on. Obviously, it's totally whiplash from that game, but like I said, it's a mixtape of craziness, of music, of different emotions, of different eras even, and a different gameplay. Mixtape, it's coming very soon. Wishlisted on Steam. You're going to be able to play it on Xbox and on Game Pass Day 1, PlayStation, Epic, wherever. Sega Dreamcast. Please go out and play it. Thanks very much.
Mixtape.
There have been noise complaints.
Okay.
You guys having fun? You guys having fun?
Featuring an ear-tickling soundtrack of absolute bangers. Mixtape is coming to PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series later this year. They had me at toilet roll TPing a house.
Not enough games have that as a feature, in my opinion, over there. Names,
Okay.
I can something right here, right now. I think you would make a great queen. You know why? I think it's because you're regal, and I think that once the battle is about to begin, you would give one hell of a rousing speech.
Oh, thanks, man. I think you make a pretty good monarch.
Well, luckily for us, the next game that we're going to be talking about, Thrive Heavy Lies the Crown, is a medieval monarch simulator that is multiplayer, so we can play together. Take a look.
A Thrive. Heavy lies the crown. I don't know how long this is, by the way. I don't know if I don't know how long I'd signed up for. They didn't tell me. They just told me the future game show, and that's it. I wasn't told the live thing, but you know, maybe I should have probably actually no. I got a whole kit for even like the PC gaming. That wasn't. Oh wait, never mind.
Now in early access, and if you play it, you too can build your own medieval legacy. Amy, what are you doing?
I'm practicing my breach and clear maneuvers, Jules.
Right, that seems like the obvious time to do
All
that.
right.
It actually is, because in our next game, you and up to 3 friends can take part in police raids as a crack team of operatives. This is Phantom Squad.
Oh. Welcome back, CL. Phantom Squad. It's breach and clear, but multiplayer.
Game looks intense.
It really does. And you can get ready to clear, breach, and detain sooner than you think, because Phantom Squad has a demo out right now, Jules.
Oh, lovely stuff. Well, I'll tell you what, let's keep the action going, because now we're going to chat to Rogue Factor and their upcoming game.
It looks more like breach and clear.
They took us on a lovely studio tour and gave us a developer interview,
But
which is coming up.
live, so I guess it is more like my Miami vibe, Hotline Miami.
So Hell is Us, in terms of genre, for me, it's just an adventure game, and I truly mean this in the sense that you're going to go live an adventure with a very strong emphasis on exploration and discovery. With
Yeah, there's that game. I haven't seen anything announced for it this year or at this showcase, so
the modern era,
it's probably still in development.
Behind that, of course. And yeah, I mean, you're by yourself, and you need to figure out what's going on, and go on investigations and fight your way through at the same time. So today, I'll talk about the dungeons in Hell is Us and what they mean and why they're there. They're so linked to the story and the lore and the deep history of the country and why all that stuff is happening without spoiling anything.
I think below it shows the games that are coming up, so like right about here is the game that they just talked about, with this one being the game that they're about to talk about.
Environments as well, like an abandoned warehouse or an abandoned metro station. I still wanted the dungeons to be like, you feel like you're in.
So it'll probably be a game that we see in a little bit.
There's puzzles and there's things to figure out. There's side stuff in them as well, and there are main challenges at the end, which are not always necessarily like a boss fight.
Yeah, I don't think there's a way to really order a Steam page very well. At least if you're like a third party.
Small team for a game this big, like we reach maybe.
You can probably like request, hey guys, can we please have this? And then Steam is like, do we want to put in the development work, or do we just want to like throw in everything and just say fuck it? So
there's dungeons in this game. You know what I mean? Like, even though it's not
it entirely depends on Valve, I'm willing to bet. God damn! Is that like anger or something? I believe there is a demo out for Hell is Us right now.
And you can explore the supernatural world of Hades. Drops for current gen consoles and
That's the emoji you feel when you stub your toe at 3 a.m. True.
So excited for Hell Is Us. Up next we have a self-announced love
Their
letter to
morning
the Souls-like
coffee.
series and the merciless combat and esoteric storytelling that fans have learnt to love and cry relentlessly about. This is Prison of Husks.
You coveted my heart in life. Would you still do so?
This is interesting. I love a good PSX style. Seek. I kind of want to check something out here really quick.
You can check out Prison of Husks right now on Steam. There's a free demo.
Now, fresh off of its recent announcement, we're off to the strange world of Davy X.
Okay.
Jones, which, if you've not seen, is basically like if Doom was mixed with pirates. And yes, I love everything about that. Yarr!
We're Parasite,
Yarr.
a studio of industry veterans behind the critically acclaimed Blacktail. And this is your first dive into the Locker, our new world, the surreal pirate underworld of Davy X. Jones. Welcome to a fresh take on the legend, where story fuels action and death is just the beginning. Betrayed, robbed, and beheaded, pirate captain Davy Jones sinks to the Locker, the seafarer's afterlife. Now, it's time for revenge.
Okay.
With your body and your talking skull fighting side by side. Two halves of a legend, one hell of a journey. In Davy
Pretty
X.
cool looking
Jones,
gun.
you explore 9 islands floating in an infinite sea of clouds, each with its own unexpected challenges and unique secrets to uncover.
I like the fucking aesthetics.
First-person combat with sword, gun, and grappling hook as you fight your way back into legend, one behemoth at a time. Fast, fluid, and fierce, Davy X. Jones brings classic pirate fantasy to life with a twisted edge. It's bold and powered by dark humor, all wrapped in a world as strange as it is stunning. Ready to jump in? You won't have to wait long. Play Davy X. Jones demo during Steam Next Fest.
Davy X.
Wish this
Jones.
now. Spread the word and get ready to become the devil himself.
What the tentacle do though?
Greatest pirate of them all. That's right.
Guys, don't go anywhere because, well, like I said, we're gonna get game codes after this showcase, which I didn't know it'd be after this showcase. But it's not too much longer now.
We'll get one more.
I promise. I promise I'll fight my way to get as many codes as I can to give away.
And you can be sure that we'll be covering Davy X. Jones more here on the FGS socials, so stay tuned and check out that new demo as well.
Now, if you thought life in general was pretty grim, try surviving on the hostile landscape of Mars.
Muscle Beach.
You're finally awake. I recommend initiating a scan of your surroundings. You are 10 miles below the Martian surface.
Oh, you're on Mars.
No signals detected. As your AI assistant, I advise
Okay.
immediate adaptation.
Survival crafting in the center of Mars.
Ecosystem is essential for long-term survival. Chance of escape non-zero. Chance of locating other crew members non-zero. Some may still be
Blind descent. Wishlist now.
Blind Descent will be coming to early access for PC very shortly, and you can wishlist the game right now. But let's change pace as we talk about how rubbish dating is.
Oh my god, mate. All the apps are rubbish. Sometimes
Yeah, man. Mars is really different when you go underground.
Just the game for you, because we're going to be talking about Date Everything, a dating simulator in which you can literally date everything. We're talking lusty lampshades and saucy sauce pots. It's quite something.
And we're going to throw it back to Matthew and Laura, who starred in the game, to tell us what it was like turning inanimate objects into intimate objects with just their mouths. That sounded better in my head.
No, it didn't. Roll the footage.
Hello, you pathetic, worthless little wretch.
What can you tell me about your next project?
Date everything.
Was that burp? Date everything. So sorry.
You can date Matt's burp.
Well, that's the DLC.
Date everything. I play a laundry hamper. She's possessive, and it's an unhealthy relationship.
You can date everything.
Maybe you can fix her.
Yeah, maybe. What about you?
I play Chance, the D20, to no one's surprise.
You open your mouth and out comes...
Well, can you take the Chance XL?
That's great, too.
They put so
Okay.
many people in this game.
And it's so well written.
It really is. It was so much fun.
It's rare that someone comes out with a game that ends a genre. Because I don't know what you date from this point forward in games.
Date
I mean,
everything.
you can date everything.
You can date your existentialism, can't you?
Oh yeah. Among other, I know a few things that you can unlock in that game, and it's so... Play it. It's coming out soon.
It's going to be really fun.
So good.
We'll need to find friends to help. No, wait, no, it's all voice acted, so I don't know what to do with that game.
Baby, that's a fantastic red shirt you've got.
Sup, baby?
Doesn't cover your sweet ass.
It
is like nothing.
Sup, baby? Sweet shirt. Good thing it doesn't cover that sweet ass.
Only a humble snippet of a much bigger interview coming to the FGS YouTube channel soon with the lovely Matthew Mercer and Laura Bailey. So subscribe for that.
And you too can date everything when the game drops on June the 17th for
Now, sticking with the theme of looking at your home in a different way, we're going to have a little look at brain-tickling puzzler, The House of Tesla.
Damn, ever since Tesla got... I won't finish that sentence. I won't finish that thought. You like escape rooms? This is an escape room. The House of Tesla. I haven't been in an escape room before.
Light bulb in my house, so I've got no chance with that game. However, you too can feel illuminated mentally when House of Tesla drops on Xbox Series X and S, PS5 and PC later this year.
Now, Jules, think fast. What's next?
I just told you my brain no work good. Topless dog poker.
Oh, I wish. It's another world premiere.
Oh, that was like my fifth guess.
Enjoy.
World premiere.
Hope. That's my name. My home is in the city of Shenyang. It's beautiful. And I've always felt safe here. But that's all about to change. I live with my parents in a small apartment downtown. Or I did. I'm home! Mom? Dad? Anyone here? What happened? I need to find my parents. But how can I if I don't even know why they disappeared? People here are scared and don't want to get involved. But at least some are willing to talk. I don't know where this is leading me. But every clue reveals more of the city's darkest secrets. No matter what, I have to find my parents. And as long as I'm searching,
Interesting art style.
I still have
I'm down for it.
hope.
A hope in the city. Some sort of mystery solving. Looks like puzzle, not really puzzle game. It's like mystery solving. I don't know.
And that was the world premiere cinematic trailer for Hope in the City, a neo-noir mystery coming soon to PC. If you like what you saw, wish this now on Steam.
Now, with our next one, we're
See-
traveling back in time to medieval legacies of sword fighting and, of course, bardcore music.
Is it called Rhythm of the Night?
No,
A Hard Day's Night?
no.
All night long?
I've never been to a medieval times, but I don't know how I feel about having like a giant turkey drumstick that's like 10 feet away from where horses shit. I don't know.
Let me tell you a story about King Arthur and his Knights of the Round Table. It was a mythical time when being a knight really meant something. For them, honor was worth
Magical time to get a disease.
but they knew how to spare their adversary when he deserved it. They courageously confronted the treacherous
Yes, those places are real.
and delivered justice to the poor and oppressed. They
Nope.
served their king
Medieval times is an actual restaurant you can go to. You can see them do like fun, fake medieval time stuff while you eat food, like mere feet away from live horses.
fairies, dragons, and giants were part of every great adventure. Above all, it was a time when the strength of warriors came from love, not hate. Listen to this story and learn, young knight. Because when reality is nothing but lies, violence, and injustice, it is wise to turn to legends for hope.
Hi, don't know who you are. October or September 29th. Play the demo. Wishlist on Steam.
Legends of the Round Table is a colourful medieval RPG.
Yeah, up next is Moonlighter 2, and then after that is
Your Kingdom.
Intro, and then Terrifier.
Loads of people are excited about, especially this
And
guy.
another,
He's
that
put
mystery
the
box
devs
right there
behind
is
Moonlighter
the
2, the Endless Vault. Here's what you can expect from the upcoming game.
yeah, Moonlighter 2. I don't remember. I don't remember getting very far in Moonlighter 1.
Related to the Endless Vault, and we are so happy that it's coming outside soon. Moonlighter 2 is basically the direct sequel to the first one, and you are a little merchant that used to get into trouble, and you will experience like classic fantasy adventures, so seen in many video games, but as the role of a merchant that has to take care of a shop and survive. Basically, what we tried with Moonlighter 2 is bring everything that made it special. The first
Combat
one,
was rough.
upgrade it, update it, make it more polished, more fitting, and we are trying to make new and old players come back and enjoy a lot like the world and the game that we made for them. So yeah, I hope we made it.
Already a lot of and this time we are going more rogue, we are going 3D, we are going into a whole new dimension of quality and ambition. Honestly, the thing I'm more excited to see people trying and to try it myself when they
I got 6 hours of sleep.
the new combat system, because I already love all the Zelda nods here and there in the first game, but this time you can feel that there's a new combat system, a more deeper system in there, like with the perks that we also have in the dungeons.
Wow, Duck.
You can really create and experiment.
The Snow, you might need to refresh because it seems like you're very far behind.
I think that if you love Hades and how it's played, and you grew up playing Wind Waker, you have the perfect tiling here. Moonlighter 2 is coming to PC, PlayStation, and Xbox Series.
Thank you for the head pats.
I can't wait for you to try it.
Tell me, little merchant.
Tell me, little merchant. Ah, okay. I was like, the Night of the Round happened like two game trailers ago.
Moonlighter 2: The Endless Vault is coming to PlayStation 5, PC, and Xbox Series this summer.
Fantastic stuff. Now, Amy, how do you fancy revealing another release date for another game?
Oh, go on then.
Okay, well, here's the official release date trailer for upcoming quirky action rhythm puzzle platformer Antro.
I am the guilt of the consequence of everything that was destroyed. I gave myself to work. Work frees us from all guilt. I surrender to El Salvo. El Salvo watches over us. I surrender to what
Okay.
provides. Only then will we see the sun. Only then will we see the sun. Only then will we see the sun.
Delivery Man Sim.
You heard it here first, guys. Antro is coming to PS5, Xbox Series, and PC on the 27th of June. If you're keen, wishlist it now and have a bash at the free demo.
Now, Amy, I've got a question for you. How do you feel about clowns?
Absolutely not.
Ah, that is a shame, because we're actually going to be talking about Terrify, the arcade game, an old-school beat-em-up side-scrolling title, and it stars everyone's favourite murderous clown, Art. Plus, it's co-op, so we can play it together.
How about I watch you play from behind a pillow?
Oh, I was hoping that you take charge. I'm terrified too.
Antro. A-N-T-R-O. Another old school side scrollers beat 'em up. Where is Art even from? Where is this clown? Where did he even come from? What movie? What series did he come from? Terrifier? Really? Okay.
Art the Clown is a classy man, if you ask me. I also take a bin bag on a night out.
I've told you about that. That's just weird. Why do you... Anyway, Terrify, the arcade game, is coming to
A bad horror movie. Well, I mean,
very soon, and of course, it's going to be invading your nightmares as
the
well.
the B horror movies, the B horror movies are always the best ones because they make no sense and they're just really they're just fun. Also, a shout out to the Kush chair on the right.
Listen up, rookie. You think you've got what it takes to survive? Craft, upgrade, unleash the ultimate machine. Rewrite the battlefield again, and again. So choose your pilot.
Another small animal and big mech game.
Tell you what, those mechs are so cute and adorable that I just want to collect them all and sit in my studio painting them for hours at a time.
May, your Warhammer's really showing.
It really, really is, and I do not apologise. That was the latest exclusive trailer for Animo Stars Arena.
If you liked it, make some noise!
Boo, boo,
But
boo,
also, go to their Kickstarter and wishlist it on Steam. It really helps the devs out.
It really does indeed. Now, the next game that we're going to be talking about is a bit of you, my friend, because it is a time-travelling murder mystery, and it is deliciously weird.
Time traveling murder mystery.
Indeed, and it's also a world premiere. Enjoy.
World premiere. Took a sippy. I can dig this style. All right, Dead Watch.
I'm not quite sure what I just watched, but I do know that I need to play it immediately.
Well, what you did actually watch was Dead Watch, a quirky comedic horror puzzle game that's dropping for PC in 2026. Ames, you still with me?
I'm just wishlisting Dead Watch on Steam.
Ah, right, okay, fair enough.
There we go. Right, that's done. Where are we off to next?
We are going to an 80s fictional abandoned paradise.
80s fictional?
Holidays, mate.
Yeah.
My uncle, he taught me how to see the world, how to listen when no one is speaking. The only thing he ever feared was me, following in his footsteps. But when it's all said and done, he'll be glad I did.
Oh, no, 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 no!
Right. Please, Mark, I'm gonna need you.
Dark times we're in, eh?
Don't go thinking you're a hero, kid.
Always enjoy a good puzzle game. Hi, Arrow.
Why they're keeping people out.
Who's behind all this?
Your uncle is a dangerous man, Miss Ravenstone.
If you're hearing this, you're on.
Puzzle game with Half-Life 1 graphics. I like it. Thank you for the head pats.
That was the latest trailer for Dimhaven The Lost Source, a narrative-driven puzzle adventure game. And Amy, what the hell are you doing, mate? What are you doing?
Well, our Uber driver's cancelled again. And
Right.
we've got to get back to the hotel somehow, so I'm calling a sandworm.
Okay, well, luckily we are talking about Dune Awakening, which this seems very reminiscent of, because we went to go speak to developers about their MMORPG game.
Yes,
And they had things
I am. Like I said, I plan on getting a group together for Dune Awakening, so that we can all, so I can get a thing going. It's actually really fun. I actually enjoy it. It's the right amount of grind and the right amount of adventure, and it's in. I don't know. It's very good.
Great Dune game, and then we layer in the survival elements that make a lot of sense because Arrakis is the most dangerous planet in the universe. So you'll be dodging sandstorms, sandworms, hostile scavengers on the planet, avoiding Sardaukar dropships. And, playing through the game as you level up and try to uncover this great conspiracy that's happening in the Imperium. I like to refer back to the actual writing of Frank Herbert because there's a scene in the book where Paul is in an ornithopter and they ask Liet Kynes, what would you do if you were trapped in the desert? And he says very simple, check the integrity of my still suit, stick to rocky ground to avoid the sandworms, and if you're very careful and stay out of the storms, you can make your way out of the desert. And that's kind of how I would expect people to start our game. Get equipped, check the integrity of your gear, and make sure that you're getting water.
Yeah, this is absolutely a group thing, though, because you need, playing this solo, you can only get so far.
Jessica Atreides.
But you absolutely need friends and a group.
So Paul Atreides does not exist. And the game kind of explores the consequences of that decision. And so you as a player, you start out as a prisoner on a prison transport bound for a place called Neo Carthag. And your prison ship gets shot down. And you land in this shipwreck. You get rescued from the shipwreck by a mysterious stranger.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where your journey begins in the game. And then as you explore the story, you basically go out with this task, find the Fremen. And you're trying to figure out what has happened to the native people of Arrakis, where they've gone and why. We aren't going into too much detail about post-launch, but there's one thing I've promised the fans that I can tell them is going to come down the road, and that is riding sandworms.
Yes, let me ride a sandworm. The Shai-Hulud, please.
Dune Awakening is out now for those who pre-ordered on Steam, on PC. It is coming on June 10th for people who purchase through Steam on PC, and it will be coming to consoles at a later date.
Keep it in your pants right now, CL.
Tail end of our show, but we're going to leave you with one final thing that is absolutely beefy, my friends. Get hyped.
Thank you so much for joining us for FGS Live from LA. We've had an amazing time. Thank you for indulging our silly and possibly very sunburnt antics.
Yeah, definitely. But you can get yourself
Also, by the way, for those of you who are in chat right now, I believe I might be able to get more keys the more viewers I have. But we'll see what happens.
Speaking of the Steam page, you'll also find a fair few demos over there from many of the games you saw tonight, including the one you're about to see.
So all that's left to say is goodbye, and thank you very much for having us.
And the ornithopters are really cool.
Masz.
Oh, this game!
Poślizgła masz. Gdzie ja jestem do cholery?
No jak to gdzie? W jeziornych kolonii. No nie wygłupiaj się.
It's that, yeah, it's that really cool, like, you have like a, like, not really isometric, yeah, isometric, but then when you aim, you go into like a third person over the shoulder thing. This is really cool.
Bewka się zrobi jazdę próbną. Tam jest fajna trasa.
Yeah, it'll take some getting used to, but it's definitely very cool.
Proszę tego nie robić.
Już kurwa mać, daj kobiecie trochę prywatności.
Cholera jasna, proszę pani!
Przemyśl to. Może będziesz tego żałował.
Holston. All right. That's the showcase, everyone.